This is Allison Staley. I'm doing my geography in my backyard video at Shirts Crescent Bend Nature Park. Alright, so we have the Cibolo Creek, and the stream goes all the way that way, and it meanders and gives it a really round half circle shape, which is called a oxbow. Right here we have very still water, and the ground is very saturated with the water. And I'm just going upstream some, and we can observe a lot of rocks in the creek bed, which are smoothed due to like the erosion of water flowing over them many times and carrying all kinds of debris and sand and little bits of rock. Current is pretty steady, and the water is I guess a little lower than normally, but on the other side of the shore, on the bank on the other side, we can see evidence of erosion, because when the water is flowing on that part of the bank, it's cutting into the land right there. And then there's also evidence of organic erosion, where that tree and its tree roots are growing through like the ground and the rock in that bank. All right, so we're actually on the other side of the creek, and it's a lot higher elevation over here, possibly due to the water levels. When they rise, they cut into this bank a lot more, and that's probably eroded a lot of like the side of this bank quite a bit. The other side of the creek bed is very low elevation and has a lot of rock and sand deposits. Okay, and just to show you a little bit more, right here is lots of roots from all this vegetation on this side of the creek bed. This stream is pretty much always full of water, making it perennial. And then the other side of the stream is very flat, and the rocks are very smoothed from the water flow. I believe the water is faster here on the outer part of the meander. And heading over towards the bend in the river, where the stream gets the name Crescent Bend. Basically, I believe this is an oxbow, where the stream found a better route to take. That looks nice. Water found a better route to take, instead of finding it found a path of least resistance compared to the old route that it had curved into almost a semicircle, leading the semicircle to be cut off almost entirely from the rest of the stream. So here we can see it's pretty large stream. Here is an example of chemical weathering. There's holes in the rock. If you look closely, it looks like circular parts in the rock. There's also a little bit of like discoloration. So that's a part of the chemical weathering. Another example of limestone rock being weathered. There's the difference in color. It's turning into like a darker color, and then there's like the chemical weathering where you can see like the holes in the rock. There's plenty of these like big rocks out here. I believe it's called limestone, since that's like the most predominant rock in this region. Okay, I'm pretty worried about. Oh my god. I'm just gonna show the Google imagery of the oxbow, so that you guys can see that really cool water feature. The stream is very, very straight. It doesn't really have many curves to it. No, not really like much of a meander, except for that one part of the stream where it has the crescent shape on it. So that's like really interesting. I picked this spot because of that. Again, we can see like the high elevation on this side of the bank and low elevation on the other side of the bank. And I've seen plenty of trees coming out from the shore. The roots are digging into the dirt, but not really into limestone. I haven't seen like the limestone rock here, because it's all this material, which is just dirt, and like organic, like leaves, stems, all that. But I haven't really seen like straight up limestone on the making up like the bank. So, but the same processes can apply probably. It's just the water running on the bank cutting into the dirt. It's probably easier for it to cut into this side of the bank. And here it looks like a chunk is missing. So that leads me to believe that water, when it rose, you know, kind of just it compromised the like integrity of this area, and over time, like this whole portion of the shore, of the bank, kind of collapsed and fell into the lower part and possibly into the stream. Seawater. There's limestone mixed in with the dirt, the soil. It's pretty scary out here.
Oh shoot, I already passed this. I need a circle. I need a circle. I need a circle. I need a circle. Okay, I don't know if I can go any further then. Last time I came through here, it wasn't this wide stretch of grass.
Yeah.
I'm going back. This is going to be a run back. I'm going to run back. There's probably like a family sneaks in here. This is terrible. Okay, made it a little bit more rocks. I like that more. Oh my god, that was bad. So this is like weed eat that whole area. Okay.
See evidence of that right there. Holes in the limestone. And also these rocks are really smooth. Really, really smooth, but I'm not sure if this is like natural or if like they were just dumped here for, ooh, scary wall. Like, definitely alligators. I made it so much further this time, but I don't like that at all. I don't know. I swear I hear like footsteps behind me. There's something. Oh, okay, made it. Okay, so here we have Cibolo Creek, and that is the opposite side of the shore. And now the elevation has definitely switched, so this other side of the shore is very, very high, and there's a lot of little limestone rocks, but not really like huge boulders of it. But there's a lot of evidence of natural like erosion due to like trees, vegetation, and also the water current just you know, taking all like the rocks and soil and just constantly moving through the stream. It's definitely shaped these two banks into the different elevations that they are currently. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So I can't tell right now if we're at the meander yet. I think we're coming up on it. So yeah, it's pretty deep water depth through here. It looks like it's at least like 7 or 8 feet. There's pretty steady current. It's like a wide stream. Wow, a turtle. And lots of wildlife. There's lots of fish, and I just saw a turtle jump in the water. But yeah, just looking at that other side of the bank right there, there's lots of tree roots, and definitely towards the bottom part we can see more of that rock. It's kind of like forming like lines. Okay, so I think this is kind of like evidence of like a landslide. It's very, very like steep, and you can see like where dirt has definitely fallen from upper level and come straight down. So definitely from like when there's waterfall, rain, stuff like that, erosion happens all the time, and it just gets taken by the stream down to the lower, well, the further down the stream area. I hear something over there. Scary. There it is. Oh, it's a person. It's very, very nice to see people. Okay, this part right here, very high, and it looks like clay material. It's really, really high. And as you can see right here, it's probably like 4 feet. Actually, like, no, it's like 6 feet. 6 feet, I would say. There's more rocks in the stream bed right now also. It's not as silty as the other part of the stream bed was, which leads me to believe that there has been a lot more like erosion happening here. A lot more of like material falling. Oh God, I hate this. Okay. Okay, that's alright. It's alright. Okay, so this is more of a nick point right here. The rocks are really smooth and the stream is going over the rocks and creating a little bit of a waterfall. So that the water where it's dug into the dirt. So eventually all this material from that tree, the roots, and all that would be in the water. It would end up in the water, falling over. And we have an example of what that would look like in a few years. This tree has fallen over. There's a lot of trees where the roots are exposed. Okay. All right. Your water again, and I think this might be the part where it meanders. Yes, so there's many areas here where the water, where the stream is bending, and it's flowing a lot faster over here. The rocks again are really smooth, and it's just, you know, water's bouncing and changing the direction of the stream, creating that meander. So water looks like it's a lot faster on the inner part of the stream right there. Just has like a lot more speed, and it's really, really still on this part. It's kind of like the water is just like filling up, but on that side it's like rushing. And it's not really deep, and it's also not that wide of a stream anymore. Here you can see the bend again. So it kind of did like a S shape, and then it's going that way again. It's really, really fast on that outer part right there. Yeah. This is where the water goes straight. Even though it does meander some, it's cutting straight, and it's kind of cutting off the crescent. So that crescent is actually really, really big, which is why I guess the stream naturally decided to correct itself, trying to cut out that whole crescent or oxbow feature. Okay, so the water is down there. If you can see that area right there, that's where the water is. I'm gonna keep going down this trail. I haven't come across any snakes, and I'm creeped out by snakes. Whew. I don't know if this trail is like really like kept up or not. I should. Whew. Not, the dirt is really saturated right here. It's just kind of sitting. It's probably like at, 100% saturation, but it's still holding, allowing the water to. Oh, stay. Spider. Allowing the water to go. Alright, I don't think the path keeps going anymore. Might keep going. This is pretty scary, but there's people here. Sorry. Alright, so trail is kind of grassy and it's pretty far out, so we're just gonna turn around here. But I'll insert a picture of what the crescent with the bend looks like. And yeah, I think we got plenty of examples of for my geography in my backyard project.